and welcome to Retro Games Scalpel. This time I'm playing one of the free games that Epic Store is giving us. This time it's the Operator. I really like the idea of these kind of games where you're interacting with the NPCs and then you have to actually do some work for puzzle solving. Most of those games are usually chat room based on mobile phones, but this is more like a PC experience, and I guess we're an FDI operator. So let's see what it's all about. Music is nice. Let's start a new game.
Answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Are you currently restrained? Are you married? Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you... Good. He's ready.
So that's an interesting opening. We were abducted or something? Aliens, maybe? And the terminal now is open? Okay. I don't know my user and password, but let's see. I'll use the keyboard now. Oh, it's writing by itself. And I'm hearing chatter. So we're at the office now. Oh, wow. Okay, Federal Department of Intelligence, FDI. Welcome to the FDI. You are assigned to the Operator program. Please read the following document before proceeding. Your program supervisor will contact you with further instructions. Don't mind if I do. I will open it. Welcome to the FDI Operator program. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing of any information from the terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and also subject to criminal prosecution. Well, of course it is. What is the Operator program? The Operator program has been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, henceforth abbreviated as agents, while also ensuring high level of confidentiality. How does it work? Agents call the hotline. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identity, clearance level, and request. The request is forwarded to the supervisor. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator, and a direct line is established between the agent and the operator. Once the operator fulfills the agent's technical request, the line is closed. And we have a call from Mike.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you?
Oh, guess that's why my head hurts.
You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, ahem, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else. You understand, right?
Of course, Mike. I mean, Director Trench.
Good. Well, I better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
Don't worry about me, Director Trench. So, for additional information with my supervisor, the supervisor is Xavier Skinner.
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the Operator program?
I read the welcome document, sir.
You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions?
Nope. When do I start?
Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age.
Alright.
This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner.
So let's see the question mark. Don't mind if I do?
Yes, just like that.
Oh,
you
it
can always
says
click
I
on the
need help.
question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The Human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
Well, alright then. So, full name? Xavier Skinner. So, here is his profile, and here is the age. So let's find Skinner's age. Oh, I see. This is nice.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
Of course, Supervisor Skinner. So it was 7:30 in the morning, and now 9:18. I see.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's her first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background.
Look forward to the challenge, sir.
I'm patching the agent through now.
It's Operator Tanner, right?
That's right, Agent Pendle.
I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival. Is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar. And, some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter?
Sure, not a problem.
Thanks, operator. Okay, I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
Okay, downloading the files. It's the bar. So, let's see the name list. This
That's
is the
the
name.
list I found on the victim. It's pretty long, and to be honest, I got no idea who any of those people are. The bizarre thing is, that name at the bottom, It wasn't redacted when I bagged it, but I think it's irrelevant to our shooting here.
Yeah, it is. I bet it is. Let's see the camera footage. Oh. Okay. Someone came in and bam. Okay.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl.
I see. Let's see it frame by frame.
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis.
I see. So
Looks like our victim is Henry Jenkins. For some reason, we can't access his full profile.
Of course.
Unfortunately, for the moment anyway, there's not much else we can learn about him.
Alright, let's see about the guy with the gun.
The footage quality is insufficient for a proper ID, Operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
I see. How about his car? There's a car here. We can always see the blades of a car, right? Toyota Corolla hatchback. Circulation. The owner is Ray Wells.
Nice. Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
All right. So now we have a name. We can go to the human database. All right, 29 of age, male, brown, skin type 2. All right, so this is the place of birth. Last known address. I guess this is it. So 130 Lower Street, Culpeper, VA.
Yeah, that'll do. Nice
Alright.
work. Next up is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Good luck with the arrest.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad either. I'll contact you later with your next request.
Understood. That was weird. Not great? I just did everything right. Alright, this is closing hour, right? Most wanted list? Fred Smorkinski. Wanted for mailing and hand delivering several explosive devices to federal buildings and universities. 10,000 and 50,000 for information. Oh my god. That's
Tanner,
a lot.
I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Of course.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something.
Well, hello to you too.
God damn it! Who are you?
Operator Tanner, at your service.
Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know? Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this.
Can you tell me about the case, Agent? I mean,
We got a missing
it's
persons
business.
case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Dryfield, Nevada?
Middle of nowhere. Hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns.
People actually think aliens were involved.
Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same.
I thought she was missing?
She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
Okay, what am I looking for?
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
I'm on it.
Here are the files.
Well, he's cooperative. I guess he's frustrated. I understand. Name Hall. Okay, he's the only unknown on the list. Information. Oh well. Let's see. Here's the testimony. Connie Moore. Summary. Following Connie Moore's reappearance on 3rd of May 1992, we recorded her eyewitness testimony concerning her supposed alien abduction. Connie Moore is the victim, Agent Barry Walker is the agent in charge of the investigation, and Brittany Holt is the FDI transcriber. So the transcript is as follows. Can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? I was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head or to take photos. Photography is sort of a hobby of mine. And is that your camera? Agent Walker points to the camera on the table. Yes, it is. What else do you remember about that day in the desert? Well, it's a little bit blurry, but I wanted to hike around Mount Maury. I remember that. It's really beautiful this time of year. I remember taking 2 photographs. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It was just moving so fast. Their ship, the UFO. And then I think it landed to the east. So I decided to head over and see if I could see anything else. Maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour and 45 minutes to go where it landed. Then what? I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's why my mind goes blank. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in some kind of room, and I can't move. Was there someone with you in this room? I don't like to think about it. But yes, they were there, all around me. The aliens. What did they look like? The room was so bright, like I was looking into the sun. I only saw the silhouettes. Can you describe them the best that you can? They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbing, actually. I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. What do you remember about the room? It was white. I mean, entirely white. Antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing. Just whiteness. What do you think they wanted with you? I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. What kinds of questions? About my life? My family? My beliefs? Everything. I guess that's what they do. Study humans. What else do you remember? They had these strange voices. Sort of mechanical. And there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head. I don't know what it was, but it hurt. Can you tell us anything else, Connie? Not really. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing. Maybe because of their drugs or mind probes? I don't know. I just wandered around there. Likely somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops, and the cops called you. End of story. And that was the testimony. So she's been quite truthful, actually. And this reminds me of the opening that we witnessed before. So let's see about the phone recording. The cell phone triangulation report from Connie Moore. Phone tower pings and timestamps from the day of Connie's disappearance, 2nd of May in 1992, and from the day she reappeared on the 3rd of May 1992. Look, if it's American, it's the opposite, right? February 5th, and then it's March 5th. But I'm not sure. There were no pings between her disappearance on this and this. So, okay, this time of year, so it's, 2nd of May 1992, from 8:45 to 11:56, it's the last ping. It's the blue line, and the green line is the first ping since disappearance. Alright, so at first it was this, and then it was this. So this is when she reappeared in Dryfield. So let's see the camera. These are the photos. So here is the UFO. Oh, okay, autofocus. Yeah. So great. So timestamp. Let's see. Okay, so this is 10:13. Oh, so it is February. Okay, February the 21st, 1992. So this was all. She disappeared for a month. All right, for a month. February 5th to March 5th, and this is the February 21. Though this is just before she reappeared, right? I mean, these are February 5th. It's February 21st. Alright, so this is something that is inconsistent. The photo was taken.
Connie said
then.
she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
Alright, so this is around 10:13, so it's 10:15. So that's the ping, the photo location. That's the place. Right here, Agent Walker.
Alright. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn balls.
What happened? The secure check-in failed? Well, hello to you too. Alright. Hal. So that's a cyber guy there. Alright. Hello, Evan. Who the heck are you? My name is Hal. That was supposed to be pretty obvious by now. Didn't you see my cool graphics? What do you want? It's simple. I want the truth. What do you mean? Let me show you something. Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? Yes, I do. You didn't see her name, did you? Evan? The abducted woman. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think? I'm also going to assume that you didn't notice that of the 136 people on it, 122 have been reported missing. I didn't notice, no. One last thing, and this is the most important part. There's a name near the bottom that's been reducted. That name is the key to understanding everything. I have to go now, Evan, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Don't go. Tell me more. And he went away. So now, let's log in again. So that was the hacker that has a huge sum of money. He's wanted for a huge reward.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened?
My computer just crashed, sir.
I see. I'll have IT look into that at once. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
See you tomorrow, Supervisor Skinner. Bye-bye. So, what's gonna happen now? Power off, I guess. I guess I can see something. Yeah. Wilson Boulder sought for his role in numerous murders committed in the early 80s. With an organized crime group, reward $25,000. $75 for any information leading to an arrest. Hal, real name unknown, that's him. Wanted for various crimes of cyber terrorism committed against the federal government and other organizations, such as this one, I would say. Reward $150,000 for any valid information, $1.5 million for any information leading to an arrest. Should be considered extremely dangerous. Snorish, leader of the Seventh-day Healers cult, sought for ties to extortion, drug and sex trafficking, and weapons amassing. Last seen moments before FDI swamped your cult's compound in Bart, Texas. I wonder why it's Texas. $45,000 for valid information, $175,000 for an information leading to an arrest. So yeah, Hal is really wanted. He's not just wanted like the others. He's really, really wanted. I wonder why. I mean, to hack into such a system, I guess you should have knowledge of the whole. Anyway, so let's see the list. Indeed. Okay, so about the people here. Connie. Where's Connie? I don't see her. There she is. Connie Moore. But she's circled. The others are supposedly missing? Maybe because she's fine? In any case, let's power off, go home. The elevator of the office. Going outside. Walking out the street. Commuting by train or the metro station, maybe? A subway? Walking to her apartment. Keys unlocking, door opening and closing. Opening the lights, turning on the lights, and we have a cat. And apparently we live next to the train. Microwaving our food. We're lighting a cigarette, smoking just a little bit. Sirens in the distance. Something is happening again. We'll catch them later, maybe in the morning. It's a new day. Turning on the lights, washing up. Taking some pills. Headache or depression? Who knows? Back to work. Back here again.
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for?
Actually, I think it went pretty well.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And, just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Thanks, Mike. Talk to you later.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
Of course, Supervisor Skinner. Hello, Alexandra.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Of course I remember.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
What part is missing?
Well, the most important part. The part where Wells is shot. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Well, alright then. Let's see what we got. I think that's our guy. Everything just... Okay, I see. I think that was a shot. Alright, so let's check for anything that is different. Oh wait, what's that? It's like there's... No, it's the same car. But there is less light. I see. The light's off in the second part.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo. Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
Of course. Bullet is 45 ACP.
.45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use.
Oh.
Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Alright, let's try and find more. Oh, hello again, Evan. Hello, Hal. Look, I have a deal to offer you. One I think you'll find interesting. Go on, I'm listening. You see, we share a common goal. You, me, and the FDI. You just don't know it yet. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'll help you with the Wells case. But you have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal? I can't do anything illegal. You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me. The world's most wanted hacker. Pendle could use my help, so... Yes, she could. And you could be her knight in shining armor, even. Listen, I have access to the garage footage. All of the footage. And it's pretty spectacular stuff, Evan. So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big, juicy, missing part back in, so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. Okay, what if someone asks about this? If somebody asks how you got the missing footage, just say the analysis software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So, do we have ourselves a deal? We have a deal, Hal. Good. Now give me a few seconds to run my script. Okay, that was a big script. Damn, the noises. Very 1990s. Done? Smiley face. Alright. The missing footage has been magically restored. I hope you have your popcorn ready. I'll be back a little later to collect my debt, even. Until then. So... I guess now we have something. magically restored. This Hal guy is really something, isn't he? I like hackers in those games. They have something like a morale. Moral code, I mean. Okay, the car. I see. So they conversed first. They probably knew each other. And he saw it. Let's see.
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, Operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible.
Exactly.
Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later. But go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Yes, don't mind if I do. I have an image of Wild's killer.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Well, our software recovered the missing part.
Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Don't mention it. And that was early in the morning. It's gonna happen later. Alright. Later at noon, I guess. Now, about the depth, Evan. Which is funny, it's Evan. And I am Evangeline, so yeah. Let's just go ahead, Hal. I'm listening. Good. Now, I'm going to connect you to another FDI agent. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. Alright. Let's open the terminal. I think that's very old. I mean, I remember from the 90s we had this thing. We still do, but it's rarely used, if ever. Anyway, let's see. Call 187.222.19.98 dash no secure.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling.
What's this all about?
Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes.
Ho ho ho. Timing sounds a little strange.
Well, it gets worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in her oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me.
How do you know it's not an accident?
Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
Nothing. Like the guy never existed. Yeah, error 403, access forbidden. How about her? Dead. But no clearance. I don't have the clearance level.
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident?
Well, how can we access their case files?
You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Yeah, sure. So how? How can I access the call files? Funny, I was just working on this very thing. So, it looks like I can't give you direct access to the files. But I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query. I'll get you in. Just type this. Alright. Alright, let's see if it's right. It's download file. Select from cases where ID 9xql hc mode dot immediate. Let's see. Oh, there are files here.
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Yeah, that's true. So, summary on the case. Investigation report. The following report was written by Agent Andrews and not modified on by... I see. Case ID, status closed as of February the 27th, 1992. Conclusion, death caused by accidental fire stemming from malfunctioning wiring in victim's oven. I see. Catherine Andrews is the agent in charge. Notes? No notes. Summary. The fire starting on 25th of February 1992 around 2 a.m. and was successfully contained by 3:12 a.m. Owing to the duration of the fire, minimal evidence remained of the scene. A single victim, identified as Mia Cole, through dental records, tenant information, and a wedding ring was discovered. The autopsy revealed no anomalies in attributing the cause of her death to the fire. No other signs of physical trauma were found. Well, I bet if she was just ashes. No indications of a forced entry or a struggle were evident in the home. Well, if it's burned down, how can there be any evidence? Aligning with the findings of the victim's autopsy report, the fire response team's report concluded that the fire originated from faulty wiring in the oven. Conclusion supported by your investigation. I see. That's the ring. And that's the wedding picture. So how did the wedding picture survive? So that's Mia. That's Sasha. And that's the ash sample. Chemical analyzer. You have opened the chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the CSLCA data report application. You can find it with the other applications in the top left menu. Please review the user manual relative to the chemical sample analysis process before proceeding. You can find those documents on your personal drive. And here it is. Your supervisor will contact you with further instructions. Okay, let's see the ChemScan user manual. The user manual chemical analyzer provides guidance on proper use and operation, but does not replace proper training in handling chemicals. The manufacturer and authors of this manual cannot be held liable for injuries, damages, or losses resulting from the use of the instrument or handling of chemicals in a manner not in accordance with this manual or applicable laws and regulations. Welcome to the user manual for the ChemScan LCA Chemical Analyzer. This manual is designed to provide you with the information you need to safely and effectively use the instrument to perform chemical analysis. Please read this manual carefully before using the ChemScan LCA and follow all instructions to ensure the safe and proper operation of the instrument. If you have any questions or concerns about the use of the ChemScan LCA, please contact us. How to use. Open the sample in the dedicated ChemScan LCA software. Well, here it is, I guess. Second, input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the analysis process. Note that this may take some time. Once the analysis is complete, open the CS-LCA data report application. Input the results from the ChemScan LCA analysis and initiate the calculation. The CS-LCA data report will then return the chemical composition of the sample. The sample settings calculations, the ion size. The appropriate ion size varies depending on the sample type and state. We want a solid sample, right? It's solid state, yes. For a solid sample, ion size is typically around 6. If the material is organic, the ion size must be set to 3.5 to avoid damaging the sample. It's non-organic, so we'll put 6. So delta V, the delta V can be calculated using the following formula. For the organic sample, yeah, we don't want that. But for a non-organic sample, sample weight in gram times 100. So if it's 4.2, we'll put 420. And the threshold will depend on the delta V and the sample type. For solid samples, the threshold should be set to half the delta V. So for 420, it's 210. And the sample matrix size, the default value of the matrix size is 5. If you're using an older version, like version 1.03 or lower, you must set it to matrix size 4. Let's put it in 5. Because we are in a new version, 1.04, so we can put 5. Oh, how to read the results. The ChemScan LCA will give, as a result of the analysis, a frequency response curve and additional sample characteristics such as pH, radioactivity, etc. Those values are going to be used by the CS-LCA data report. First is the highest value, then the second and the third. It goes like that, yeah. Open the CS-LCA data report software and input the CCVT, pH, and frequencies in order to calculate the exact composition of the sample. The response frequencies must be entered from the highest to lowest intensity spike. There must be between 1 and 5 spikes that are higher than the threshold, represented by the red area. You can use the mouse pointer to calculate the frequency. Alright, so let's see. The CCVT. It's 901. So the pH is 6.5. And the frequencies. The highest one is 920. What? 930 is the highest. 9.30. Then it's 257. No, 240. 250. 2.5. All right. And then it's 1.61. 164. Then the last one, it's 1065. Let's see. Wood and gasoline. I see. There were traces of gasoline in the fire.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might... You know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
What are you going to do now?
Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me.
Why is it so important?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just a decent person. Wanted to find her music. Someone killed them, Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there?
Yeah. I'm still here, Andres.
Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Good luck, Agent Andres. So you found evidence proving the fire wasn't an accident. Well done, even. Maybe there's hope for you yet. The way the FDI has handled the cold case, it's strange, don't you think? Does seem suspicious, yes? Yeah, it does. I just don't know what they're hiding. Or why. Look, I know you probably still don't trust me. I'm on the FDI's most wanted list. I hacked into your computer. I get it. But tell me something. Why would I bother going to the trouble of working with a low-level FDI employee? Sorry, if I didn't have a good reason. I've literally no idea how. Maybe you're thinking about turning me in to get that reward, but it's too late. You're in too deep. Dr. Trent is calling me. Be careful.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course, Director Trench.
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
I wanted to catch up on the case.
I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood?
Absolutely, Director Trench.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, that was weird. I know that was probably a difficult line to your friend, but you did the right thing, Evan. As a reward, I'll tell you something about myself. Something that only 2 other people know. The reason I have so much access to the FDI? I used to work there. What do I do now, Hal? For now, nothing. I'll be in touch later, Evan. And it's only 2 in the afternoon. So what now? A little before closing. 4:55. So what am I gonna do? Oh, Barry Walker. He's actually quite nice.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
Tanner here, Adrian Walker.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Something disturbing?
You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
They found a body and a skeleton? How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done, Agent.
Let me send you the files.
Barry Walker is actually a decent guy.
Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. I mean, Dryfield.
Yeah, Dryfield.
Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female. approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
So, I guess we do have to do something. It's about a child. What's that? Henry Jenkins. Wait. That's the guy that died in that bar. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You're in good hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Alright, so that's Gabby. She's quite shorter, so if she's 9. Alright, but I need to find the list. Oh my god. The list. Gabby Mills? And is there another Gabby? Gabby Bruce. Let's see. Let's go by Gabby Mills. Let's start with Gabby Mills. Not the car. The human database. Yeah, no results, so... Alright, so let's see the other Gabby. It's Gabby Bruce. What? Oh, yeah. I'm writing it wrong. Oh, come on. 2 B's. Okay, Gabby Mills is male, 64, so it's definitely not him. So, Gabby Bruce. Female, age 9, quite short, like the photo. Date of birth, 82. Place of birth, blood type, blah blah blah. Known medical record, metacarpal bone, M3, abnormal growth. So that's her. It's Gabby Bruce. Her name is Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner?
Her name's on a list from another case, like Connie.
Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
Gabby also has an unusual bone growth.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart.
Oh,
what the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Well, let's see. Quentin Spence, here he is. He is crossed out. Yeah, he's right here.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Yeah, let's see. Let's go to the human database, and let's check the next name, Roderick Sawyer, for example. Missing. Okay, how about Laura Campbell? Or Connie? Let's see Connie Moore. Alive. Alright, so back to Quentin Spence. Crossed out means the person is missing.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner.
What's that?
They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets.
Damn.
Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The Operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way. There you go.
So let's see. An autopsy report, a badge, floppy disks. I see.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
Alright, so this plot thickens. Let's see the badge. Quentin Spence. Class A clearance level. Wait a minute. He also has a badge. This looks similar. Yeah, Class S, clearance level 4. He has a clearance level 3. He was the head of operations and he was the R&D director. I see. So let's see about the floppy disks. R&D 1, Dr. Spence. I'm guessing they opened it. Floppy disk 2 has this FMP 1138. Results 2. Let's open the floppy disk, the first floppy disk. Here it is. Study. Upon my arrival at the BioM facility, I was warmly greeted by Dr. Jenkins himself. How fortunate I am to work with such a passionate and talented scientist, even if in a subsidiary role. During our meeting, Dr. Jenkins explained that I would be heading up a trial involving FMP 1138, a key component to his research project. although he did not disclose much. I have the impression that the project is shrouded in secrecy. It appears to be of great importance. The trials, which are scheduled to commence in a few days once I am well versed with the subjects and the procedures that are in place, Dr. Isles, the facility director, informs me our work has the potential to significantly enhance the well-being of the patients who have been selected specifically for our research. The entire facility itself has been constructed for this purpose alone. Although I am unaware of the project's source of funding, there appears to be no shortage of resources. I am truly optimistic our research will make a profound difference and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. So this guy, Quinton Spence, he was a scientist and he really liked his job. Let's see, what is it? The FMP 1138, the AMPA receptor, is a crucial component of excitatory synaptic transmission and plasticity in the brain. As a glutamate-gated ion channel, it mediates fast synaptic transmission and contributes to the synaptic plasticity by modulating the strength of synaptic connections between neurons. Dysfunction of AMPA receptors have been implicated in various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, depression, and schizophrenia. Okay, that's weird. Representation of the AMPA receptor. Selective AMPA receptor potentiators represent a promising class of compounds for the treatment of these disorders, as they enhance AMPA receptor function and improve synaptic plasticity. FMP 1138 is a novel selective AMPA receptor potentiator that has shown promising results in preclinical studies. It has been demonstrated to enhance AMPA receptor-mediated synaptic transmission and improve synaptic plasticity in vitro and in vivo. I have no idea what these words are. In this study, we sought to explore the potential therapeutic effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal connectivity. Specifically, we aimed to investigate whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic connectivity and promote the formation of new synapses in vitro and vivo. To accomplish this, we used a combination of electrophysiological imaging and behavioral assays and assess the effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal function and connectivity. Our results demonstrate that FMP 1138 enhances synaptic connectivity and promotes the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 increased the frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents, EPSCs, in cultured neurons, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. Furthermore, we found that FMP 1138 promoted the formation of new synapses in cultured neurons, as evidenced by an increase in the number of dendritic spines, the size of synaptic contacts on neurons. Oh, here is the symbol on the photograph. Not this one. The other one. Anyway, let's close these. So, to unlock the full potential, 66.72 kilohertz minimum, 1.105 kilohertz maximum. So let's see. In vivo, we found that FMP 1138 improved cognitive function in a mouse model with Alzheimer's. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 treated mice performed better in spatial memory tasks compared to control mice. Additionally, we found that FMP 1138 treated mice had increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus, a brain region critical for learning and memory. Taken together, our findings suggest that FMP 1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by impaired neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Further preclinical and clinical studies are warranted to evaluate the safety and efficacy of FMP 1138 in humans. So, let's see. Let's see. The graveyard. The floppy disk 2 is the R&D. Okay, Dr. Spence. So from the file FMP 1138. What is this? So I had to ask what this is, because I am not scientist. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a hacker or well versed in digital stuff. So I asked my husband for that, Spiros K, and he says that I have to take some sort of words from that point to that point. I'm not very sure. And then it's from the result number 2. This is the result number 1. So where is the result number 2? Where is it? See, floppy disk 1. It's the first floppy disk. The result number 1. There's no, yeah, the 1138. Here it is. And the result number 2. The graph displays the results of a study investigating the effects of FMP 1138 on synaptic connectivity in vitro. The study aimed to explore whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic transmissions and promote the formation of new synapses. The graph shows the mean frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents, EPSCs, in cultured neurons under control conditions and after treatment with FMP 1138. The results demonstrate that FMP 1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. These findings suggest that FMP 1138 has the potential to improve neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Unlike Dr. Riles, in this result paper, I will use the little endian standard, which is these graphs, I guess. So yeah, this thing worked. Okay, so here is the other side. Okay, so for the first one, it's, wait. This and this. What? 6672 Indian, maybe? Let's see. Not you. I don't want you. I want... the second floppy disk. It needs a password. Alright, let's see. If I put these two next to each other, okay, maybe 60, let's see, 6672 Indian? No. How about 105? Yes, that was it. My confession. If you're reading this, it means I am no longer living, and that I have been buried in the dry field desert. Like the other subjects, I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the BioM facility. I am writing this letter because I am about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. So those stones are graveyard spots for subjects from this specific program. Alright, I am sick, so sick of everything that we have done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. BioM Facility 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada. Please, do not be as cowardly as I was. Quentin. I see. So this is the next step. The address. Spence worked at the BioM facility. It's here.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Take care of yourself, Agent Walker. Such a decent guy. And now it's way past 5, so I think I need to go home. I mean, everything else here. What? To delete? Enter password? Why is this file closed? Pendle. Oh, I see. Walker and Andrews. These are the cases. Why are the files right like that? But anyway, let's power off. Take deep breaths. Walk away from the office. Take the elevator down or up. Go through the front entrance.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around and asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Walking through the streets of Washington, D.C. Taking the subway. Walking in the apartment. Open the lights. The cat is there. The train. Yeah, shakes everything around, doesn't it? Opening account to feed the cat. Then it's time for dinner. But we are so fed up with everything already. What's gonna happen now? Next day. Shower to freshen up. Few bills. And off we go. Another day, another dollar.
Good morning, Evan.
Director Trench, good morning.
Look, about yesterday, this business with the coal files. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise in this place, Evan. Become a supervisor. Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay?
I absolutely understand, Mike.
Thanks. Guess the FDI has got me wound a little tight these days. Well, I'd better get back to it. You have a good one. Alright? Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here at the Operator program, Evan. That way, I can keep a close eye on you, can't I? Let's grab a beer later this week, alright? Once everything calms down in the madhouse.
A beer sounds really good, Mike.
Operator Tanner, that you?
Still me, Agent Walker.
Tanner, did you give that address out to anybody?
No, of course not.
Well, somebody beat me to the facility, Tanner.
Wait, what happened?
The BioM facility burned down last night, Tanner. Up in flames. And if you didn't give the address out, someone else did. Looks like we got ourselves a goddamn operator program.
What do we do now?
Well, an investigative team came before me and logged the remaining evidence back at the department. But I can't access it directly. I'll have to go through the operator program. Heaven on earth, Tanner. Heaven on earth. From what I can tell, there should be some security footage there that should shed some light on what happened here. Hopefully, it won't be too hard to prove this was arson.
Alright. Oh, this looks like the guy that shot the other dude. Or at least I think so, because... And he was with gasoline. He went in with... Oh dear. He went to clean the place up. Authorized personnel. Yeah. That takes a while, I guess. I mean, that kind of sells it, doesn't it? Let's fast forward a bit. Oh, and then the sirens start. And it's already... yeah. So, yeah. A jerry can. What about our guy here? He knew the code. 014485. What about the guy? It's the same guy. No match. A man entered with gasoline.
Yeah, that's not a box of wine, is it? Can you get an ID on this guy?
Sorry, no match in the database.
That would have been too easy, huh? I'd like to get in the facility. Yeah, take a look around. Good Lord willing, the roof won't collapse on me. But I need a code for the door. You see where I'm going with this, Tanner?
I'll find the code for you, Agent. It's 0, 1, 4, 4, 8, 5.
Let me see if this works. All right, I'm in. Damn it! The smoke in here will ruin this suit too. That's 2 suits in 2 days. Tanner! Well, let me see if I can find something useful. Something that the investigative team left behind. Sure as hell won't be easy.
Why do you say that?
Because this place is just about burnt to a crisp. I don't know what went on here. But if you ask me, it's a pretty elaborate security system for a medical facility.
Something else I can do?
While I look around, maybe you could dig more into our little arsonist friend.
What exactly am I looking for?
Anything that you can find, Tanner. I look picky to you, an ID, a link to another case, his favorite flavor of ice cream. Just give me something, all right?
Well, all right. The parking lot. He's the same guy. He's also suspect in a shooting.
Charming fellow. Who's the lead on the other investigation?
Agent Alexander Pendle.
Ouch. Tough draw for the rook. Hold on. Looks like I found something. What the? You see what I'm seeing, Tanner? Looks like our gal, Connie Moore, was a bio-impatient.
Was she hiding this from us?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Past her polygraph were flying colors. She told us the truth. Her truth, anyway.
Any records on Connie?
Nope. Looks like either the first responders took that info with them or it burned in the fire.
So what do we do now?
Contact Skinner to update Pendle on her parking garage killer. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll keep looking around here. The world's biggest ashtray. Tell me if you find out anything new about our pyro head, Tanner. And I'll contact you if I come across something on my charred end over here.
Sure thing, Agent. Be careful. just when I was starting to miss you. Don't contact Pendle. Why not, Hal? Agent Walker, though really grumpy, is right. There is a mole in the operator program. A hairy, stinking little mole, Evan. Well, could be Skinner. Why do you say that? I overheard him talking about me. You did? I'll keep that in mind. Look, I have a plan, Evan. A plan that will expose your mole and bring out the ghost. A 2-for-1 Hal special. Can I know the plan, Hal? Well, since you and I are now basically best buds, why not? So Walker told you that a team came and logged evidence from the facility. It's now at the FDI, but some of it's being concealed. I can see that from here, just like the name on Jenkins' list. The evidence room is behind a closed network that unfortunately I can't hack into. So what's the solution? If we can sneak into the evidence room and access its computer, we can make the hidden evidence visible again. And if we share that information, it will catch the attention of our mole and trigger him or her to contact the ghost. That's phase 1. And what's phase 2? Phase 2 is setting the trap for the ghost with Agents Pendle and Walker. But I'll talk more about that later. I can't get into the evidence room. Not yet, you can't. But just give me a second. Okay, I've hacked the accreditation server. Give me your access permission. It's go time, Evan. So I just use my badge. What if this doesn't work? Well, then an intruder alarm is activated and you go to prison for many, many years. But let's try not to think about that. Now, chop chop, Evan. The things I do for you. Alright. Log out. Yeah, let's log out. Breathe in, breathe out. You got this. You got this. You got this. You're an operator. You do your job. Through the elevator. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is it. I'm in. Now where do I get into the server from? Damn, it worked. Deep breath. Deep breath. I'm in. Evidence list and what? Forbidden access? Okay. Current user a Tanner. My access is forbidden. Let's give it some time. Maybe Hal cannot do much. Not so quick anyway. I see. Is it you? Yes, it's me, Hal. Phew, your bots worked. Wait. If you can't access this computer, can't you make the evidence visible? I can't access everything. The help menu, as boring as it is, was the only thing that loaded from the global FDI network. You'll have to access the files and look for the hidden evidence on your end. You'll have to work a little, even. Sorry. Okay, so go ahead and log in, but you can come back to H for help. Or, you know, HAL, if you need my assistance. Okay. All right. I'm getting an error message. Oh, whoops. Forgot to do something on my end, actually. Just a sec. Okay, just update the credentials. You should be able to see the file now. Look in the hidden column. See if you can find any evidence from the facility case that you can make visible again. Then come back here once you've done that, okay? Hidden Falls. Any one that I can make visible again. It's stored. But then the storage unit changed. It's storage unit L. The ID. Case ID, name suspect. This value cannot be modified on this evidence. Key is hidden. What can I change? The hidden column. Where is the hidden column? Evidence is locked. Nothing. Can I really change nothing? How? It's a hidden column, right? What am I doing wrong? The facility case. This is a facility case, but what if I evidence is locked? The evidence is locked. This. Are you sure? Key hidden, previous value true, next value false. Alright. Yes. Alright, I think I did it. Alright. So let's see the suspect. The evidence is visible again. Just had an idea. The list on Henry Jenkins. Don't you think it's time we finally discover the name that's been de-redacted? I mean, it's sort of driving me crazy. Find the appropriate case file and see if you can revert it to the ancestor version. Then come back here, you know, H for Hal. Alright. The name list. How? Maybe the history? Yes, I want the previous version. I love that sound. It's like you've won at the evidence room or something. Alright, log out and head back to your desk. Act natural, Evan. Alright, log out. Maybe I should change the version. No, I don't know. Okay. Going out from the evidence room. I did it. We did it. Taking the elevator again. Nothing happened. Deep breaths. Act natural, he said. How can I do that? Walk into the office. Heavy steps. Let's log in again. Act natural, I just went to the toilet. What took you so long? You said act natural. Not that natural. So, the evidence from the facility case that you just made visible. Let's see what we have there. The drive looks a little damaged. Probably from the fire. But I wouldn't be surprised if they tampered with it too. Looks like it's going to take some time to recover. In the meantime, check out Jenkins' list. And see what name they redacted. I'm kind of nervous. Let's see the name list. Sasha Cole. Sasha Cole, Mia's husband. His name is circled. That means... well, he's alive. Means what, Hal? If what Agent Walker said about the circled names is true, then Sasha Cole is still alive. Does he know about Mia and the baby? I hope not. Anyway, the hard drive has recovered some of its files. That's fortunate. There is a file for Sasha Cole and Connie Moore. Both are password protected, so let's focus on Connie's folder first. See if you can find a way in. Sorry, Evan. You're gonna have to work a little more. From to Jenkins. Security risks. Sir, we have noticed that you use your badge ID as your password. We recognize the convenience for this, but in the interest of preventing security breaches, we strongly encourage you to adopt another. Even though your password has more than 4 characters, it is still not secure enough. At your earliest convenience, please choose a new password. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Sincerely, Samad Henderson, Head of IT. So, the password is Jenkins' file. So that's Henry Jenkins, right? So if I go to the database, I do not have the necessary clearance level. Damn. Wait. Anything else I can see from that? Jenkins. Yeah. Access forbidden. It's his birth date. But what is his birth date? No idea. What about calling someone? Can I? Your badge ID. Oh, it's the badge ID, not his. Oh my god. I am really not looking very well with this. So, back to the graveyard. Let's see the badge. Badge ID. Well, let's see. 403 6636 200 510. I'm in. It was Jenkins' boss number. Older people and their passwords. Anyway, nice work. Now, let's finish setting the trap. I'm guessing there's something in Connie's file. We can use it to trigger them all and lure the ghost out from whatever hole he's hiding in. A piece of information, an address, maybe. Something. Overview. Top secret. Biomedical technologies. Project Eve. FMB 1138. MK 6. Connie Moore. ID 6 female. Admission. Oh, the same day she disappeared. 5th of February 1992. Responsible is Henry Jenkins. End of operations a month later. Initial observations. Connie was spotted by the disposal team near the DFBD site around 11:35 and apprehended around 11:50. She will be used as a subject for MK6 prototype, which should arrive from the lab tomorrow. The objective is seed abduction and interrogation by extraterrestrials, remove memory of encountering burial site on her hike. On course, her memory of the events leading up to this moment, other recent claims of alien abduction in Dryfield, subject's inherent belief and interest in supernatural. So they were gonna psychologically try to alter her memories that she was abducted by aliens. Notes. New MK6 samples arrived. We'll give the same dosage as MK5 with 3 mg, 10 ml, session for 1 or 2 sessions per day, depending on subject's reactions. 7th of February. After the first session, notice the same side effects as usual. Fever is 30% higher than MK5 average, but that was expected. Subject seems very receptive, but given the high fever, only 1 session was undertaken. On the 8th, fever increased by yet another 10%, only 1 session. On the 9th, fever is starting to decrease. ADH about 48 hours after first injection matches previous observations of Mark 5. We'll aim for 2 sessions tomorrow. 10th, 2 sessions, fever is stable, although still a bit high compared to Mark 5. 11th, fever decreased a bit but will probably remain around the same level until the end. Subject is confused, 2 days ahead of schedule compared to Mark 5. Started phase 2 on the 12th. On the 16th, subject seems very reactive. Phase 2 is over, phase 3 is ready to begin, probably tomorrow. We'll need photographic fakes ASAP, waiting for identical by the conditions. So on the 17th, phase 3 begins. We'll focus on the DFBD objective until we have the photography. On the 20th, oh, it's the day of the photograph. Yeah, On the 20th, subject's perception of the DFBD side is already modified. Rain finally stopped. Most likely able to produce photographic effect tomorrow. On the 21st, the day of the photograph, finally have photographic efforts. Original photograph has been replaced by ersatz. I see. 23rd, subject's memory of the picture is altered. Mark 6 shows at least 25% efficiency boost versus Mark 5th. On the 26th, objectives are attached to anchors. We're ready for Phase 4. 27th, confusion stopped. Phase 4 begins. On the 1st of March, control sessions are fine. Some hesitations, but since anchors are strongly aligned with objectives, appears to be working. On the 3rd, Phase 4 is over. Objectives are now deeply rooted. Final injections this morning. Subject is sedated and will remain until fever stops. On the 5th, fever stopped, sedation stopped. Subject will be released into desert this afternoon. Conclusions. Mark 6 is very promising, 30% more efficiency overall, but 40% more fever, which is going to be a problem for the most fragile subject. We will keep Mark 5 as a standard for now, aiming for Mark 7 to address issues with fever. Note, send the report to the lab. 404. Oh, Spring Valley, New York. That's the lab. What in the world were they doing to Connie? But this address is perfect. Given the messed up things Jenkins was doing, I'm sure they want to keep this lab a secret. Now what hell? Now it's time for Phase 2. We have 2 agents looking for the ghost, Walker and Pendle. Time we put them to use. Let me check something. Okay. Agent Pendle is closer to the lab. Contact her, send the address. Whoever's monitoring communications between the agents and operators will see it. Am I putting Pendle in harm's way? She's a big girl, and she won't be alone. Go ahead and contact Skinner, so you can contact Pendle. I'll get back to you later.
Yes, Operator Tanner?
I need to contact Agent Pendle, sir.
What is this regarding?
An address, a link to the matter of Wells.
All right. I'm forwarding the call, Tanner. But I hope you're not just sending Pendle on some wild goose chase.
Operator Tanner, what can I do for you?
I have footage of Wells' killer committing arson via a case of Walker's walking.
What? You're kidding. Okay, so our murderer likes to play with fire too, huh? This guy just gets better and better. By any chance, did any clues pop up where we might locate him?
Actually, yes, I got an address linked to Jenkins.
To Jenkins? So, it comes full circle, does it? Well, whatever that address is, I'll take it.
Okay, it's 442 Wakers Avenue, Spring Valley, New York. 10977.
Nice. So, what exactly is this place? If Wells Killer's there, I assume it's not a petting zoo.
Lab where Wells' killer has been spotted? I think it's Jenkins' laboratory.
I see. Well, I'm on my way. I'll contact you when I get there. Thanks, Tanner. Maybe now we can finally book this guy.
I'll be waiting for your call, Agent. It's been a long day and it's only 3 in the afternoon.
Tanner, I'm at the lab.
What do you see, Agent?
The door was unlocked, actually. It's real weird in here, Tanner. Like everybody suddenly took off. They left all their beeping lab equipment behind. But I don't see any sign of Wells' killer. Looks like a dead... Shit!
Drop the phone. Slide your gun over to me. Slowly. On your knees, Agent Pendle.
You? How do you know my name?
You might want to close your eyes.
You don't want to do this. I'm a federal agent.
Agent Walker, FDI! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Move away from her! Now!
It's locked.
What did you do? Hands up! Turn around. Turn around! Hands on your head! Pendle, you okay?
Walker, we have a problem here.
What do you do? Open the door now!
It's not opening, Walker.
Open the door now!
Operator, you there?
Talk to me, Agent.
There's a bomb. This bald-headed psycho has trapped me in a room with a bomb. It's my 3rd day. The display says 20 minutes and 21 seconds, and it's
Damn.
ticking down. You gotta help me here.
Just hold on, Agent.
Come right back. Understand me, Tanner? You come right back.
Yes, Operator Tanner?
Pendle's locked in a room with a bomb.
Okay, let me think. Unfortunately, our more seasoned operators are presently occupied. I'd send a team, but they'd arrive much too late. That means... you'll have to defuse the bomb, Operator.
Okay, what do I have to do?
I'm sharing the FDI's bomb defusal manual. You haven't gone through bomb training yet, but we have no choice. What I'm about to tell you is important. Do not read the entire manual. You don't have time. Stay calm and follow the instructions from the beginning. Do you understand?
I understand, sir. Alright. Diffusal guide. How to use. Identify bulb architect 11-2. What? Wait. Single mass devices. What kind of device is it? What does the bomb look like?
There are wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and, a display, I guess. And operator, make sure you follow the instructions at the beginning. I really don't want to go out like this.
The simplest device. They don't have particular failsafe, can be powered off easily. Multi-mass devices, simple in their conception but very hard to defuse. Unlike single mass, removing the power module will trigger. Autonomous taking devices require precise energy control. What? The type device is manufactured by the government. Federal, yeah, hotline can provide the proper diffusal code based on serial number. If the serial is... If the device no serial, inverted clock devices. If the device no serial,
The time left. What do you think? I'd say gasoline. don't really know. A single battery pack? I think. Wait, it says 9 volts, 0.3 amps, 2,000 milliamps hour.
All right, that's damn.
There are a lot, but I'll try. The power module. It's a battery. Has 2 wires, a red and a black. 2 wires are connected to the explosive, a red and a black one. The display and the numpad have 4 wires each. A red, a black, a green, and a yellow. That's it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So it's 9V. It's more than 5V. And gasoline explosive module uses liquid gasoline. It requires very precise ticking, cannot be sustained without dedicated. Such a device shall be diffused following the corresponding guide. It's lower. It's not lower. First step, serial number. The type of device relies on generic control module that... What? No.
One for each digit, and an enter, and a confirm button. 12 in total.
Damn. What about the serial? I don't know what the serial is. Disable procedure. All right. So there is a explosive, a power. All right, a battery. If the explosive module is liquid, cut the red wire. Only follow the procedure diffusal. Let's try. All right. Procedure number 1, disconnect masses. To disconnect masses, you need to cut all the green wires of each module when such a wire is present, except for the power and explosive modules. Cut a wire. The wire from the, not the battery, not the keypad. It's cut the green wire.
All right, I'm cutting it.
I just killed her.
Why on God's green earth did you cut that wire, Tanner? You should have made sure more modules were correctly disconnected first. You failed to identify the bomb's correct archetype, and now Agent Pendle is dead. Firefighters are on their way, and Agent Walker has safely evacuated with his arrest. He's transporting that SOB to the FDI. We'll question his ass first thing tomorrow. You better believe it. Now go home, Operator. I think you've done enough for today.
Why? I tried my best. And I have to live with this consequence now. I killed her. I panicked, I guess. I panicked. I couldn't save her. I couldn't save her. Why? Why couldn't I save her? It's raining. Of course it's raining. Pendel's dead. Third day on the job. And she's gone. Back to my apartment. Washing my hands. It's not gonna help though. Her blood is on my hands. I need a drink. Some TV maybe. Get my mind off.
The facility went up in flames, claiming the life of an FDI agent on the premises.
I'm here at the scene of Biomedica Technologies Laboratory, where firefighters have been battling a blaze for hours. At this time, they still don't know.
It's the next day. Something's wrong. Freshen up. What for? Pills. Taking them daily. What am I gonna do? Have I told you that I don't work well under pressure? Well, now you do. I don't do well with timers. I don't do well with lots of time either. I want something to be just enough. Timer made me panic. I will try and figure out if I can save her, but I'm not sure I can. Maybe it's scripted, maybe not. Maybe another playthrough will get me through to saving her. Maybe she's not supposed to be saved, but we shall see. I saw what happened at the lab, Evan. I'm really, really sorry. We got the ghost, but that's not how I saw our trap unfolding. Are you okay? I let Pendle down, Hal. It wasn't your fault, Evan. You didn't have the training to handle that. I'm sorry to have to ask this of you right now. I am, but we have another situation on our hands. Fine. What can I do? So, after you proved the fire at Mia's wasn't an accident, Andrews jumped back into the case. And after certain evidence finally finished being processed, she spotted something. Something she missed before. There was a bug in Mia's apartment. Somebody was watching her. Tell me more, Hal. I'll spare you technical details, but in examining this bug, I found a second video feed. It turns out this feed is routed to the same destination as the bug in Mia's. Whoever was watching Mia is watching this other feed too. I'll patch Andrews through. Fine. Put it through, Hal.
I told you we'd be working together again, didn't I?
Well, You were right.
So I guess Hal has filled you in. The deal is this. If we can find out who's watching these feeds, we can find our mole. But first things first. We need to identify the person being watched in this second feed. Can you help me, operator?
Let me see what you have.
Thanks, Tanner. Okay, here's the feed. Hal told me that to share it, I had to type in, press this, and then... Alright, you should have access now. Send me the name of the person via the human DB as soon as you have it. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Beers. Pile of beer bottles. A cat. A cat? Is it? Is this my apartment? That's a map of America, right? It's damaged. Nearby trainway. Looks like a map. This looks like the way this... bucket filled with water. There's a water lake. Oh my... That is my apartment. Someone is watching me. And it's empty now because I haven't gone there. I'm not there now. Let's see. Let's see if it's me. That's me. 32. FDI Operator. I don't have firearm license. Last known address. Washington. No known aliases. Let's see. Let's go with the beers again.
Yeah, right, Tanner. Wait, you're kidding, aren't you?
Did you know about this? No, I swear. You have to believe me. What is going on, Hal? I don't know either, Evan. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you're wrapped up in this, really, but you can trust me, Evan. You have to trust me. Look, I'm going to prove that you can. Okay? I'm going to prove once and for all that I'm on your side. The fact that you are being watched means you're not on their side. I know that now. You remember the file in the trash? You can unlock it by using Alice as the password. Go ahead, Evan. So the hacker is Alice? Alice, okay. Alice. If you're reading this file, it's because I have trusted you enough to reveal my true identity. My name is Alice Truman, but you know me better as Hal. I was an operator in the Operator program under supervision Xavier Skinner. In fact, I was the operator that you replaced. I had been an operator for only a few months when I started noticing strange occurrences. When I began to look into those matters, I was quickly met with resistance. It soon became apparent that the only way to truly investigate these matters without putting my life in danger was to quit, or rather, to not rouse suspicion. Get fired from a job as an operator, which I did by pretending to be competent. On the outside, I adopted an alias, Hal, and using the skills I learned even before my days at the FDI, picked up by my investigation from there, where I left off. I am a hacker, a damn good one too, but as good as I am, the FDI has proven a worthy adversary with one of the most advanced security systems in the world. To access their system, I needed someone there inside, and that person is you. Maybe it's funny, but I discovered that trash is the only part of the computer that's not reset between one operator leaving the program and another joining. So I left this file there for you, and I have used your computer as a backdoor into the FDI terminal system. Thank you. Who exactly is them? They are known as the Organization, a shadowy group whose influence runs deep throughout our country, throughout the world for that matter. I believe they're the ones who funded Jenkins' Project Eve, and I believe they're the ones who are watching you too. You didn't need to reveal yourself. I did, actually. It was the only way for you to trust me. It's the only way we can find out what's going on here and why. They're watching you. I know you're scared. I'm scared too. But we have to keep going, Evan. We have come so far. Speaking of which, I found more or less where the feed of your apartment is ending up. Where does it end up? It's ending up at the FDI headquarters, and someone in your building is watching you. And what the hell is going on? The signal is behind a closed network. Looks like our mole is an FDI superior, but I can't learn more from here. You're compromised, so we'll have to send Andrews in for your branch office. We'll sneak her into the part of the building where I think the signal is ending up. I'll contact you once she's there. Your head must be spinning, but sit tight, okay? I'll try my best, Alice.
The people who were watching Mia are watching you?
Yeah, I guess so.
What is going on? And the feed is ending up at headquarters? Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Still, I am. Okay, I'm on my way, Tanner. We'll get to the bottom of this.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Operator Tanner.
Agent Worker.
You all right, Tanner? You sound kind of funny. Look, I'm down here in the basement with this guy, you know? Mr. Not in any of our databases. Real piece of work, let me tell you. And there's a bit of a hiccup. He says he'll talk, but he'll do it under only one condition.
What's the condition?
He says he'll only talk to you. You gotta do the questioning. My 2 cents? This guy, I mean, he's a real pro. We won't get anything out of him unless we play ball. That's just the way it is.
Me? Why me?
Beats me, Tanner. Personally, I think No Name might be a few fries short of a Happy Meal. But if you talk to him, maybe we can find out who this guy is. Why he's been doing, you know, what he's been doing.
Of course, I'll do it.
I'm putting the phone down between me and our, little friend here.
Hello, Mr. Tanner.
Why do you want to talk to me?
Listen, I have a deal for you. I'll answer your questions, but you have to answer mine. And I will know if you lie, so don't.
What kind of questions?
Simple ones. So, every time you answer one of my questions, if I feel you've been honest, I will answer one of yours. Why don't we try one? I'll start. Do you know why I wanted to talk to you? Specifically, you, Mr. Tanner?
I have no idea.
See? You told the truth. That wasn't so hard, was it? Now, you can ask me a question. Go on. I'm ready.
What is your full name?
My name? I have no name. My previous identity was erased when I started doing what I do. Even if I gave you my old name, you wouldn't find it in your database. I've been expunged. They are quite thorough. Now, who is Mike Trench, Mr. Tanner?
We've been good friends for years.
Ah, I see. Your turn, Mr. Tanner.
Who do you work for?
I'm afraid talking about that is out of bounds. Doing so would get me killed. The truth is, I don't know much anyway. They keep me in the dark, but I can tell you that they call themselves the Organization. What do you know about Sasha Cole? All right.
His name is redacted on Jenkins' list. He is missing. His wife died from a fire. Why did you kill Ray Wells?
Ray Wells?
The man in the parking garage.
Right. I hired him for a job. I needed to kill Jenkins, and I didn't want to expose myself. He was an easy target. An addict. A junkie. Someone willing to do just about anything for a few dollars. We agreed to meet in the garage once the job was done. There, I killed him and erased the surveillance tape so that nothing could lead back to me. Or so I thought. How did you come to retrieve the missing footage from the garage? I see.
By using our video
Now
software.
you can ask me a question.
Why did you kill Henry Jenkins?
Henry Jenkins was part of a project I was hired to clean up. That's all. That's the reason. And do you know Hal's true identity?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's too bad. That's all the information that I need. We're done here.
You owe me a question.
Well, I broke my promise. What are you gonna do? Put me in prison?
I'll take things from here. Come on, let's go, Mr. No Name. Back to your palatial cell. Tanner, you and I'll talk later.
Understood. So... Andres is in the building, Evan. Are you ready? As ready as I'll ever be. Alright. This is the elevator going up. She'll be calling you soon. In the meantime, let me bring you up to speed. Our goal is to access the server room on the 11th. But first, Andres will enter a technician's locker room on the same floor to grab a key. With a key, she can enter the room and we can find out where Mole is. Why the server room? Once Andres plugs in the server device that I gave her, it will give us access to every subnetwork in the FDI. Wherever the source of this video feed is, and whoever's behind it will find out there. Can ask Mike for his help. No. I know Mike is your friend, but we have to handle this on our own. But again, Trench will bring too much attention and alert the mole to our presence. This is our last chance. I understand. Now or never. Andres has memorized the floor plan. Let me give you access to the security cameras to assist you. Oh no, I will have another one on my list. Enjoy peeping while I sing. What? No matter what happens, no matter what we found out. Thank you. You're not such a bad operator after all. Maybe even better than I was.
Tanner, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm on the 11th outside the door. Not gonna lie, I'm a bundle of nerves. Breathe, Catherine, breathe. You see me, right?
Yes, I see you.
Oh no. Bad news, Tanner. The code Hal gave me isn't working. Not the start I was hoping for.
Stay calm. I'm on it. me see. Why can I not? Where can I find the code? The code doesn't work. They must have changed it. Yes. Okay, change of plans. Send entries down to the 8th. Your floor. Now goddess need to get inside. From there, you'll guide her to the emergency stairway. She can use to go back up. Okay, got it. Got it. Go down to 8th, and from there the emergency stairs.
What? That's the operator floor. Can I bring you a coffee or anything? Sorry, I tend to make bad jokes when I'm nervous. Okay, on my way.
Sending you the floor plan for 8. Okay, I'll have to guide her then. There it is. Which floor is that?
Okay, I'm back down at 8. Just one problem. I don't know this floor, Tanner. But I guess you probably do, right? Anyway, I'm in the entrance, doing my best not to look suspicious. But it's hard when you're basically wading in a pool of your own sweat. Where do I go?
The emergency stairs are that way, so the entrance, go to take the door to the left.
Alright, I'm in a hallway now. There's a door straight ahead, there's a hallway to the right, and one to the left. Where do I go, Evan?
Hallway to the right.
Okay. Okay, there's a door at the end of the hallway. 2 doors on the right. 1 door and a hallway on the left. Where do I go now?
The hallway on the left.
Gotcha. The hallway's a dead end. That leaves us with a hallway to the right and 2 doors. Do I take the right door or the left door?
The left.
All right. I see the door to the stairway. Phew. I can breathe a little easier now. Okay, I'm heading back up to 11. Follow me on the cameras.
There you are.
All right, I'm back at 11, outside the stairway door. What do I do? I assume I can't knock.
Catherine's at the stairway door. Just a second then. I'm checking something. Come on, Hal. She should be able to use her badge. Okay, use your badge.
Okay, I'm in the hallway, en route to the locker room. Looks clear. Follow me on the cameras.
There you are.
Someone's coming.
Was that Mike?
Close call. Tell me when it's clear.
Damn. Oh, come on. All clear.
Game on. Okay, I'm approaching the technician locker room. I'm not hearing any noises from inside. That's good. You gotta be kidding me. The locker room needs a code too. I know it's the FDI, but this is excessive.
Well, it is the FDI. Need a code for the locker room. And unfortunately, I can't figure that out from here. You and Catherine will have to figure that out on your end. Well, how do we do that? Problem is I'm not in the FDI network. my actions are limited. And if I use my usual methods, it will end up exposing us. That's why they changed the code. But I have an idea. I'll connect you to the log system, giving you access to the logs. You and Catherine will try different codes and check the logs. You should be able to reverse an engineer to find the correct code. Think of it as a game. You can do it. Use the notepad if you need to. Now, enter the following command in the terminal. I see. Let's see. Let's open the terminal and the notepad. Now, we're gonna use almost everything in our computer. Let's see. What do I have? SSH. FDI L11 LCK -- logs, and I'm connected. We're gonna try some codes, okay?
Seriously, that's our plan, Tanner?
Well, yes. And where are they? Where are the logs? Where are the logs? Where are the logs? Where are the logs? I mean, where are the logs? I don't see the logs. No, not here. Surveillance, I guess. No, that's my stuff. Level 11. Where the hell are the logs? What should I... Okay, how many... Wait. How many digits does she need? Is that stairs? Where is she? Okay, let's try 0101. Okay. Code footprint, user not enough digits. 00000. Wrong code. So these are how many digits we need? We need 5 digits. 5 digits. Code footprint. The correct one was the last one? Alright, so and the other one was close enough. So if we put in the notepad the zeros, 1, and then the 0 and the 1, the last, what? And then there's another 1. Alright, let's try 01, but, or 02. 0, 1, 1. Confirm. Alright. So the 2 is wrong. Okay, so let's put 6, 3, 8, because why not? 1, because it's correct, and 2. Alright, we got 3 that are correct. 3 that are correct, and it's the second one, which is 3. And then 1 and 2 are right. 1 and 2. Alright, so if and they're way off, so tried 1, we tried 0 actually, and then we went to 6. So if I put 1, 3, and then 1 is way off, so we'll try not 2 but 3, and it's 133 now, and then it's 1 and 2. We're close, really close. Alright, so it's 2, 3, 4, and 12. Now we're off again. Alright. It's 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. Close again. Okay, 4, 3, 1, 1, 2. Alright, 4 is way off, so it's not that. Then which one is it? Is it 9 because it's close to 0? Okay, 3. 1 was close, so 0, I guess, and 12 again. No, way off again. Three, 3, 2, 12 was close. Let's see. 3, 3, 2, 12. Zero, 3. Let's try again. 0, 3. 3, 12. Again. Three, 3, 3, 12. Okay, 4. No, 4 is wrong. 5, 3. Let's try it 4 before. 5, 3, 5, 12. Okay, we have progress. Alright. So it's 5, 12 in the end. I just need to find one number Which one haven't I tried? I tried 0. I tried 6. I tried 1. I tried 2, 3, 4, 5. Haven't tried 7 or 8. Alright. 7, 3, 5, 12. This is it.
That worked. Okay, I'm going in. Are you following me on the camera?
Yes.
I'm in. All right. Time to find the right locker. Should be this one. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute to pick this. In the meantime, make sure the path to the server room is clear. It should be, but just check.
Someone's out front.
What? Okay, well, make them go away, Tanner.
Well, okay then. Let's call her, I guess. I'm on it. Rebecca Davis. Someone's in front of the server room. I guess floor 11 changed their seating configuration. Send me the person's ID. I'll see what I can do. Rebecca Davis. Give me a few seconds, then play along, okay? She's a level manager? Alright.
Rebecca Davis.
This is IT. Your computer has an issue.
Oh, who am I speaking to?
Matthew Smith.
Matthew Smith? Really? Because on my end it says Evan Tanner. Why does it say Evan Tanner when your name is actually Matthew Smith?
I'm replacing him. The system's lagging.
And you said you're from IT? Is that it?
That is correct, Mrs. Davis.
Because on my computer it says you're an operator, right here beside your name. Why is an operator working in the IT department?
They need a little help, ma'am.
Well, that makes sense. They are often severely understaffed. And cranky. You know, I just thought of something. Usually when I deal with IT, I deal with Chuck Beatner.
Wait. Chuck Bittner? What about Chuck? He's single. Speed violation? Oh my god. Damn. He has a criminal record for speeding, so his car was impounded.
Well, it was bound to happen. I can't tell you how many times I've told Chuck to stop parking in the alley behind the building. It's a fire hazard. But can we just put a pin in this talk of Chuck for a second and go back? You said you spotted an issue with my computer. What was the issue?
The system is out of date, problem with connection, or unusual activity. Let's see. Let's try her again, shall we? Because I didn't see. she's married. There is nothing else on her file. So it's either the system or an. She's online, so she cannot be having trouble with connection, but.
Oh, this is about a systems update. Usually before you do an update, we receive a notice. But this time I didn't receive a notice. That's kind of weird. And why does it have to be dealt with right now, during normal working hours?
It could pose a security risk.
Oh. Okay. Well, if that's the situation. So, what would I have to do to fix this issue?
Just take a break, I'll take care of everything.
Take a break? That's going to be hard. I'm working on something, actually. Cafeteria finance report. You'd be shocked to learn how much the FDI is spending on tapioca pudding.
Tapioca?
How long do you think this would take to fix?
How much? Just a few minutes, ma'am. I guess. How much does she need? Alright, just a few minutes, ma'am.
Just a few minutes? Well, in that case, I think I'll stay here and read my magazine. It's a new magazine. It has that nice, new magazine smell. Know what I mean?
It will take a while, unfortunately.
But you just said... Look, maybe I'm overreacting, but little alarm bells are suddenly going off in my head. So just to be safe, I think I'll go report this interaction to security in person. I'm sure you can understand. Have a nice day.
Damn! Oh well, she's gone anyway. True that she's on her way to security, but we'll worry about that later.
Who? Never mind. Anyway, it's taken me forever. But I've almost picked this lock. Are you watching me? There, finally. I got the key. I'm heading toward the server room. Should be there in a few seconds. Follow me on the cameras. I'm in. All right, time to plug Alice's device in. Okay, it's plugged in.
Andrews has plugged the device in. Okay, let me check. It's working. We're finally going to find our mole. Oh damn.
What's going on, Tanner? Am I spotted?
Has Andrews been spotted? No, she's already been cuffed. If that were the case, make sure Andrews stays put. I've almost found out who our mole is.
Okay.
It's not for you, keep going. Who is our mole? Hal, you there? Come on, Hal. I'm here. I'm not sure you want to know. Of course I do. Trench. Of course it's Trench. What? I'm looking for proof. Relay the news to Andreas.
Trench? Trench is working with them. And this goes all the way to the top.
I logged into his computer, found something. What? I'm reading an email. It says, Project Operator enters phase 3 and Shashakol is ready. If you need to consult the folder, the password is this. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Shashakol file in the facilities HDD that we recovered. See what you can find there. Shashakol. 21 D1SC.
Is it running? Okay. This is Dr. Jenkins here with control session number 24 for the patient Sasha Cole. The patient is under trichlorohydrin and has received 10 cc's of FMP 1138 Mark 5 2 hours before the following session. All right, let's begin. You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Oh,
Do
so
you
that's...
understand?
Oh, no.
Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Are you currently restrained?
So that's the video on the opening.
Do you work in law enforcement?
He hesitated for his wife.
Do you know who you are? Are you Evan Tanner? Good. He's ready.
What? The ghost escaped and killed Trench? That's the reason for the alert. He's coming for you. Get out of there. So... run. Alright. Damn. Now he's just running. That's why he was watched.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are?
Running and running. Reached the elevator. And we didn't make it. So that was me singing into his mind. And he was thinking of Mia. Oh dear. That's a hell of a twist, I guess. What about this guy? So this guy just wanted to clean up everything from the project, and we were one of them. What? Oh, this is... So it wasn't Skinner. Tanner. We lost him. Damn it. What about Andres? Are we exposed? Haven't heard from her? I don't think so. So this is Alice's, This is Alice's computer. Told you this would happen, Alice. We should never have included him. The ghost has used Eva's badge to get into the 8th floor. He wants to wipe all evidence from his computer. We have to stop him. I'll warn security. I'll update on contact. Understood. So, yeah. Frame 1. Connect Horizon News Private. Good news and bad news. The good? We discovered that Trent is the mole. He's been working for the organization, maybe for years. The director of the FDI. Incredible. The bad. One of my contacts was killed in the process, and the ghost escaped. Are we compromised? I don't know. I'll keep you in touch. And how hard is that, Xavier? Yeah, it's not him. Go fuck yourself. You should have left well enough alone, Alice. These deaths are all your fault. You didn't kill him. You did. I'm nothing but an instrument, Alice. As I'm sure you'll soon under connection, I'll say farewell. I look forward to meeting you one day. Got the cord. Well, we tried. New protocol. What was that? We're following Alice now. What's going on? Alice Hal Truman, wanted by the FDI. Oh damn. And that's how the game ends. FDI Operator, Evan Tanner, double agent, killed his supervisor Complot. Of course. Framed for everything. Horizon News Agency office accidentally burns to the ground. 21 dead. Damn. FDI agent Harry Walker shot dead moments before testimony in biomedical trial. Damn. Everything went ablaze, and I guess that's what happens when you're working for such organizations. And that was the operator. I see. So I guess no matter what you do, it's I don't think that every other choice we make changes much. This was a very nice game, in my opinion, and I do recommend it. It's for a few days. It's for free to purchase in Epic Game Store. So I would definitely have. I wanted to take it in my library. I would definitely recommend you to do the same. Maybe you'll make better choices than I did. You're scared and weak. Close your eyes, shut your eyes. I mean, I didn't trust my supervisor where he was. Well, he was actually on our side. Having this knowledge, maybe I would trust him more, but does it matter? I mean, you go with your gut in this game, and that's what I recommend. Very nice idea anyway. The whole idea that you actually are an operator in FDI, and the way that you log into various databases and you find information. Yeah, it's exactly like those games I told you about at the beginning, but on a whole different level because it's a computer, and the narration is very nice. It's very nice to have it as a blur because it shows that, well, your work is your life. Everything else is secondary. And it's kind of amazing, isn't it? Because that's how it usually feels when you go to work. Everything else is a haze. Everything else is a blur because you are working so much and everything is suddenly so big and so important in your job. So please try and not trade your life for your work. So here we are in present day in Paris. Let's see.
Is it done? No, sir. He's not here. Do you think it's her? Check his computer. It's her, sir. The message says they know.
Burn the place.
Understood.
You better find her before she does, or we're done for.
Okay, so that was weird. Is that maybe for another game? I don't know. I really like the idea anyway. The Truth We Seek. Very nice title. Very nice use of audio. And very nice use of audio visuals in general. Very nice use of the whole user interface. I can totally see this as how it actually, it's plausible for me to, this is how it was in the 90s. Anyway, go get the game. It's great. Bye bye.